Hello and welcome to this new I Played Against video. Today I will play against the best player from Costa Rica. I will play against Max Morales, and Max had like insane finishes lately. He has won a regional this season, he has won a regional last season, and the season before he has won 2 regionals. So he is a 4-time regional champion in Scarlet Violet, which makes him, I think, the single most accomplished player in this time period, right? So I'm super excited to play against him. And on top of all his like amazing regional performances, he also had a top 64 finish at Worlds last year with Terapagos. He finished 7-3, just one win short. He had a win it in 4 top cut with Terapagos. And he also has like other great finishes in this season as well. I think he has a top 4 finish in another regional. So super excited to play against Max. And I will use the single best team, maybe. Right now, I will use the team that Kotsukide used to get top 8 at Worlds with. We have seen this composition pretty much all the time. It won the North American International Championships. There's just one slight change. It is a slight change, but it actually has a major impact. The NAIC version from Federico Camporesi had Choice Specs Terra very dazzlingly Miraidon, and this is Life of Terra Electric Protect Miraidon. So this Miraidon is super sick. I tested with it before Worlds, and it's more flexible than Choice Specs Miraidon. You do not have like the amazing spread move anymore, but your Volt Switch and Electro Drift do hurt quite a ton, and having Protect, as I just said, gives you more flexibility. We also have just some of the best non-restricted Pokemon in Incineroar, Ursaluna, Urshifu, and Whimsicott, and our second restricted is an Electric Seed Lunala with a very sick spread I cooked up, and yeah, I guess that's a good topic to talk about. Let's go into the spreads and check out which ones I'm going to play today. So yeah, let's talk about the team. And the team is really, really cool, I think, because we have a lot of momentum, first of all. We have Volt Switch Miraidon, U-turn Incineroar, U-turn Urshifu, so we can farm a lot of momentum and also do some fancy plays like switch Pokemon A, go for Volt Switch, and switch Pokemon A on the left slot in again, basically, and that's really sick. What do I mean with that? Maybe I should go with a concrete example. For example, against Zamazenta, you have Lunala on the field and your opponent thinks, oh, Ursaluna back, Incineroar back, Urshifu back, I have a free body press into Miraidon, but suddenly you switch Lunala out, Volt Switch, and then you can switch Lunala into the Miraidon slot and kinda outplay your opponent by doing that. And this team generally has a lot of outplay potential with Anchor, Whimsicott, and Trick Room, Tailwind. We have so many tools, but let's start by talking about Miraidon. Life of Miraidon, I think, should be max special attack, max speed, out of obvious reasons. With max special attack, Terra Electric Electro Drift can one-hit KO Zamazenta, which is really sick, and I prefer Timid Nature. I do believe that some people want Modest Nature, which is better with like Trick Room from Lunala, and I mean you do have Tailwind support, but there are so many reasons why I think Timid is preferred. One of the reasons is Modest Shadow Rider. Outspeeding Modest Shadow Rider is amazing, let me tell you that. Because both your restricteds, they do not like Shadow Rider. Yes, Lunala can White Guard, and we do have restricted, non-restricteds that can deal with it, like Ursaluna and Incineroar, but Shadow Rider still feels tricky. So having a Timid Nature helps against that. It helps to speed tie Koraidon at least, because Koraidon is another huge problem for the team, and yeah, the damage boost with Modest is not super necessary, I feel like, and I do believe that Ko himself also played a Timid Miraidon at Worlds, so yeah, I do believe that Timid is the correct choice here, and this moveset, or not like this moveset, but on this team, the choice specs moveset also exists with Dazzling Gleam. I feel like Choice Specs wants to run Modest Natured, so that Dazzling Gleam deals more damage. But with Miraidon, with Terra Electric, you basically get the damage boost on your Electro Drift as well. Because I do believe that Terra Electric Life Orb Electro Drift is stronger than Choice Specs Electro Drift as well. So yeah, big fan of Life Orb Miraidon because it gives you more flexibility with Protect as well. Because if you have a Choice Specs Miraidon on this team, you only have one Protect on Ursaluna, and that's super tricky then to play some matchups. You have to play very aggressive, and with Protect on Miraidon, you can scout a little more, stall certain like Tailwind, Trick Room turns or whatever you want, and that's really appreciated. The restricted partner is Lunala. Electric Seed Lunala actually won the very first regional in Milwaukee, and it has like really good bulk, generally speaking. I mean, Shadow Shield is an insane ability which halves the damage if you're full life. This also gets applied against Ogre-Pon Halflame. This is why Shadow Shield is slightly different than Multiscale, for example, because Multiscale gets ignored by Mold Breaker, but Shadow Shield does not. So Ogre-Pon Halflame still only does 50% of damage with something like Ivy Cudgel when it's not terrestrialized, and that's sick. And I decided to go with a very offensive spread. I wanted to play a Modest Nature so that Moonguy's Beam and Moonblast do damage, because Lunala really wants to deal damage when it's not clicking Trick Room or Wild Guard. And 12 speed allows us to outspeed stuff that speed creeps on Choice Scarf, Groudon, and Kyogre, because Groudon and Kyogre have 234 speed with Choice Scarf, like if their Choice Scarf makes speed. So certain Pokemon might play 118 speed to outspeed those in Tailwind, because 118 times 1.5 is 236, right? And 236 is a pretty good speed stat in this format. So some Rillaboom, Raging Bolt, Ho-Oh, and all that stuff play that speed tier, and this is why I have 119 speed. Also some opposing Lunala. It's just tricky because you don't know how fast the opposing Lunala is going to be, so first like you have to scout if you want to set Trick Room so that your Lunala outspeeds the opposing Lunala, or if you don't want to set Trick Room because your Lunala is faster. That's like one disadvantage of running just 12 EVs instead of like lowering IVs or running 36 speed or something, because no Lunala should be that fast. The special defense is also really cool because we do survive Terra Ghost Astral Barrage from Sash Shadow Rider, as well as Life Orb Astral Barrage, and I think that's quite important because you don't want to click Wild Guard every single time in front of Shadow Rider, and that way you could lead Miraidon Dudana, go for Volt Switch Trick Room, Volt Switch into your Ursaluna, and then have Ursaluna and Trick Room, right? So that's the main reason behind running that much special defense. And I also do feel like with Electric Seed you don't need much defense, and this Lunala mainly gets targeted by special moves from Raging Bolt, Calyrex Shadow, Miraidon, Kyogre, and that's why I thought that investing into special defense is better than investing into defense. You can obviously customize it to your own liking, but surviving in Astral Barrage is sick, let me tell you that. Next up, I think the next key piece on this team is Ursaluna, and I'm so sad that IVs are gone in Pokemon Champions, because you can customize your Pokemon in ways that actually are way more than just advanced level. I decided to go with 57 speed, but before we talk about the speed stat, maybe I should talk about the defense EVs first. I think that surviving a body press plus burn chip is really good in the Calyrex Zamazenta matchup, CSR Zama to be precise. And that's what this spread does. It also survives a Terra Fire Flare Blitz from Koraidon, so you can go Terra Ghost to be immune to the fighting moves and still survive a move from Koraidon. Amazing stuff, right? Also, you survive Glacial Lands from Ice Rider plus 3 burn ticks, if I'm not mistaken. You survive an Icicle Crash from Champow. So generally, you survive a Wood Hammer from Willaboom in electric terrain. Or if they are intimidated, even if you don't Terra. So there's just so much stuff where I think that running defense EVs is appreciated. And then, why am I running 57 speed? So, we have Tailwind on Whimsicott, we have Trick Room on Lunala. It's weird to find the perfect speed stat. You might argue that 75 to outspeed something like Adamant, Focus Sash, Urshifu is better, but I do believe that you want to underspeed Calyrex Ice Rider, because Calyrex Ice Rider in Trick Room outspeeds the entire team. And you don't want to always click White Guard with Lunala, you know that. So I thought if you have a Pokemon that underspeeds Calyrex, which means that it outspeeds Calyrex in Trick Room, that's really good. And you basically need to run min speed in order to outspeed Calyrex Ice, or at least speed type them if they are min speed themselves. However, I do believe that Calyrex Ice most of the time should not be min speed, and this is why I decided to go with 57 instead. Because I wanted to outspeed Amoonguss, because Amoonguss has 50 speed, and maybe they play like some speed EVs like 51 or 52. So I wanted to outspeed Amoonguss outside of Trick Room, because against Amoonguss teams you usually do not want to set Trick Room, right? So outspeeding Amoonguss is sick. And I also wanted to outspeed Pokemon that speed creep on not on Lunala, on CSR at -2. Let me explain. Calyrex Shadow Rider has 222 speed. So some Pokemon are EV'd to outspeed it either in Tailwind or after 2 Icy Winds, 2 Electro Webs, so they would need 112 speed. So some Pokemon have like 112 or maybe 113 speed. And in Tailwind, this Ursaluna still hits 114 speed. And at the same time, we always are 1 point slower than min speed Incineroar as well. So we can also speed sandwich Incineroar. And this is why I feel like 57 speed is the best speed stat on Ursaluna in this format. Or at least on this particular team. But yeah, let me know what you think about it. Next up, we've got Incineroar, and this Incineroar is physically defensive Assault Vest. We do survive an Earth Power from Landorus, as well as Electro Drift from Specs Miraidon. 85 speed allows us to outrun everything up to Landorus and Tailwind. And I wanted to have that much defense to survive a Surging Strikes from Urshifu, which is otherwise... it can get problematic, as well as surviving a low kick from Koraidon, from Clear Amulet to Koraidon. Not Life Orb, but low kick only has 80 base power if I'm not mistaken, so we do survive one of those as well. We can also take a Body Press from Zamazenta, so overall this Incineroar spread I think is good, because it's more of a support instead of a damage dealer. We have Choice Band Urshifu, Life Orb Miraidon, Flame Orb Ursaluna, so I do believe that even though I always preach Adamant Assault Vest Incineroar, I think Impish is the correct choice here. Next up, we've got Urshifu, and Urshifu, spread-wise, I was really struggling. Choice Band Urshifu is sick. I want a regional with Choice Band Urshifu. Terra Ghost helps against fake-out shenanigans. It's a great Pokemon into Ice Rider teams, and the moves are self-explanatory. So the spread was the one I struggled with a little bit. I decided that I wanted to be faster than Smeargle, which is why we have 140 speed. You can also go for 141, because Miraidon modest max speed, or like Choice Scarf Miraidon modest max speed, as well as +1 speed, adamant max speed Koraidon. They both hit 280. So in Tailwind you would speed type both. So maybe you should go for 141. But I really wanted to survive Terra Fairy Moonblast from Fluttermane if I go Terra Ghost, Assault Vest, Thunderclap from Raging Bolt. Why do I say Assault Vest? Assault Vest Raging Bolt usually does not run like max special attack, which is why I mentioned it. We can survive an Earth Paw from Landorus. We do survive an Sandseer Storm every time. And there are just also Bleak Windstorm from Tornadus. And yeah, I wanted to have some bulk at least and still have like enough attack to OKO Ogapon Half-Flame, GM Pow, like the most common ones, as well as like 2-hit KOing, Calyrex Ice, and you can also OKO something like Miraidon if they have no bulk. So yeah, really tricky. I made the spread a while ago, and I do believe that it is the best choice band Urshifu spread out there, but let me know what you think. And then last but not least, we've got Whimsicott, and with this Whimsicott, it's very similar to the Whimsicott I featured on my Twitter account. This Whimsicott is supposed to survive an Astral Barrage from Calyrex Shadow Rider, as well as surviving... what was the physical calc? There was a physical calc. Like -1 Flare Blitz and Icy Crash from Incineroar and Champo for sure. We also survive Terra Fairy Dazzling Gleam and Electro Drift from Miraidon, obviously. And the speed allows us to outrun Timid Kyogre. As well as like Jolly Groudon, Adamant Urshifu, Modest Landorus, Modest Geo, all that stuff. Yeah, that's the team. Let me know what you think about all those spreads, and I'm very excited to play against Max in a bit. Maybe I also I just skipped explaining Terra Water, but like it's a resistance against Glacial Lance, Icicle Crash, Flare Blitz, pretty good type. Rillaboom and Miraidon, you have a good typing if you don't Terra, so yeah, Terra Water, good choice on Whimsicott. You can also play Terra Dark for like Prankster utility, opposing Prankster utility to be precise, as well as like resisting his Terra Barrage, but I like Water a little more here. So yeah, let's jump into the game against Max. 4-time regional champ against 3-time regional champ. I'm the 3-time regional champ, he's the 4-time regional champ, so let's see who will come out on top. Alrighty, we are in game. I am hyped. What do we have here? Oh, I already see a Pagos. Let me open his paste. Okay. Okay, it's Meat Beam Pagos. Okay, with double Fake Out and Amoonguss. Okay, Drum Beating Villa. Okay, Cloak Instant. I mean, Miraidon has fun. Like. It's annoying, like there's a Rilla, Terapagos can turn off terrain. Generally, this Terapagos is super threatening. Ugh, that's disgusting. That's honestly a little disgusting. Like Amoonguss Pagos, what do I do against Amoonguss Pagos lead? Do I lead with Incin? Incin? Like I could lead Incin Miraidon. Is there something that counters Incin Miraidon? There's also... a speed booster Fluttermane. It's not confirmed speed booster, but like removes Icy Wind, Moonblast, T-Wave, Taunt, Screams speed booster. I think I could lead this. I do bring Ursa, because Ursa looks kinda nice. I really want to bring Shifu, but I will go with Lunala game 1. I think this is not bad, because if he leads like Rillaboom to turn off my terrain immediately, I have like my Incin, and my Incin also survives a Meat Beam, right? Okay, this is good for my Incin, not that much for my Miraidon. However, I could switch into Ursa, he could Psychic, he could knock off my Miraidon, which would be crazy. That being said, my Incineroar is faster than his. At least my Intimidate trigger first. Could also be a speed tie. But here, I feel like I want to U-turn the Undertaker and Volt Switch Maldini. Because let's say he fake outs my Miraidon. Then I break the Sash from Undertaker. And I get an Ursa unscathed, right? Which is really nice. Because then I can just click Facade. Or Headlong Rush cards with Anchor. It's Anchor Shadow Rider. I could also Draco Maldini. But no, I think I... If he switches to Rilla and protects, it's slightly annoying. But I really want to break Visage. Maybe I... Now I U-turn this. I could Draco, but now I Volt Switch. Okay, Terra Ghost turn 1. I was also considering to switch like Miraidon into Ursa. Like if he clicks Fake Out as Trash, in my opinion it's a bad play. Okay, he Fake Outs that slot. Okay, no crit. I was a little scared. Alrighty. We can go Ursa Luna or we go Lunala. And if like he burned his Terror. I could go Lunala and I could go for something like U-turn Trick Room. Like how does he punish my like I could also Terra Fairy Moonblast U-turn. Or Knock. I have lots of options right now. But I do think I don't wanna do it quite yet. Do I? Like the problem is if I do this with Lunala, then I'm more susceptible to Rillaboom. But now he has no way to like Terapagos. Terapagos, you know? Like, okay, I should shut up. U-turn, Terra Fairy Trick Room. However, my instant is faster than his instant, which isn't great, which is why I'm going to click Knock Off Terra Trick Room. I think that's not bad. Let's see. Okay. He doesn't have Taunt on instant, so this Trick Room will go up. Okay. This is why I didn't want to U-turn into my guy, my Ursa Luna. Peeps us. Among Us. With Pollen Puff. He could very well click Spore Switch to Rilla. But that would be fine for me. He could also Pollen Puff his instant, obviously. Like, I don't think he ever stays with Shadow Rider unless he clicks Astral Barrage. So I can U-turn this and Moongeist here. And even if he stays, I just U-turn to Ursa Luna. Like if he stays, he probably clicks Rage Powder. This might be Rilla. But that will be okay. Now it's instant. He Point Puffs his instant. But that's perfect for me, I would say. Well, maybe not perfect, but really good. Yeah. He can Fake Out my Ursa, which is a little annoying. However, like, he clicks Fake Out what? I wonder if he brought Pagos in the bag or if it's like Rilla. $50 or more than 50 actually. Like, what's stopping me? Should I Facade or should I Headlong Rush? I don't want to get defense drops. And is he switching Incineroar into Shadow Rider? I doubt it. If he has like Flutter Mane in the bag, but like I think Facade, Moonguy's Beam is still free. Like, let's say he switches into Shadow Rider and clicks like what? Rage Powder when he dies, and like there's no good counterplay he has to this. So yeah, let's do it. Okay. No Shadow Rider, please. Rocket. Who's Rocket? Okay, so he spores my Lunala, which is honestly fine. I think he should have done that earlier, because my Ursa just goes crazy. I don't... Like, depending on his investment, this crit could matter. But, like, there's this invest that's, like... Like, against no bulk, I KO. And against the one set that is Evade for Glacial Lands, I have a 62% chance to KO. But yeah, it's still very good crit for me. Like, I'm not denying that. Okay. 2 turns of Trick Room, right? Yeah, like I'm burning the sleep turn on Lunala now, and I will just Headlong Rush, not my Lunala. I'm Headlong Rushing Instant. I also thought about the opportunity that he has, like, to go for something like switch Parting Shot, but he can't, like, switch and then Parting Shot and then be on Amoonguss. I Headlong Rush the Rocky Helmet Amoonguss with like -2 attack, but since I have 57 speed on Ursa, I will fact check that. 57 speed, yeah. Also, do we have 60 seconds per time? Also match time? I don't know which rules he chose, but this looks a little weird. Doesn't matter, it's nothing like that should distract me, but yeah, I just Headlong Rush Maldini. Yeah, Headlong Rush Maldini and Moonguy's Beam pips us. I don't think you eat. Let's see. Yeah. And I will wake up eventually with my Lunala. Like, since I have this normal type on the field, he has, like, quite some problems. Ursaluna against against Sash Shadow Rider. Like, I should probably target the Amoonguss, right? I'm just scared that what if he protects and I get a 3-turn sleep? Like, this is what I have to maybe play around. But then my Lunala probably eats 2 Moonguy's Beams, right? Lunala against Shadow Rider. Because I have so much special defense. Ah, it's close. Like, I have 209 HP. But, like, if he clicked... And with Grassy Train, yeah, I guaranteed eat that. Like, I don't know what he could do to win here. I still have my AV Instant as well. So I just click Facade. Moonguy's Beam. Oh, right. He could do that. But it doesn't matter. Does it? Like, can he win a 1v4 now? Okay, I think I know how he could win. No, I don't know. Okay, yeah, like 3-turn sleep is the first step. Otherwise, game would have been cooked here. And Astral Barrage is step number 2. But like, I just click Headlong Rush, Trick Room. My Lunala guaranteed wakes up now. And like, I don't know. I don't see the line for him to win. Well, he doesn't even get Focus Sash back because I knocked the Focus Sash, so he always dies to Moonguy's Beam. So should I just click Moonguy's Beam actually instead of trying to Trick Room here? Because I think he has no way to survive that. But to be fair, it's more optimal to Trick Room, right? But, hey. Let's just ball. Okay, what did I click last time? Okay, I guess he just surrendered. Okay, game 1 was quite nice. I wonder if Pagos is actually annoying, cause I'm not sure. Like, if he brings Pagos, like he Meteor Beams, I guess? And then spam starts on. The problem, like, Pagos has the bulk. But what does he bench, right? Because he kind of needs Rilla, he needs Among Us. Like, he needs Among Us for sure for Urshifu. I have not brought Urshifu in game 1. But if he doesn't bring Among Us, Choice Band Urshifu, OKO's Calyrex, OKO's Instant, OKO's Pagos, like, in the baby form, it doesn't KO because of Terra Shell, but, like, with some chip. So he needs Among Us for sure. Which is why, like, Ursaluna is so important, so that he doesn't spawn my entire team in grassy terrain. I wonder if I need to do a switch up. Like, how does he counter Miraidon Instant? His team is genuinely insanely Instant weak, because his only Pokemon to touch Instant is Pagos. So he will probably lead Pagos, but I wanted to calc in game 1 how much Meat Beam does into Instant. Like, if he goes Terra, Meat Beam, if he's modest, actually OKOs. That's a little spooky. And I don't have the greatest Meat Beam switch in. Should I start with Instant Lunala this time? And because then I can just Trick Room turn 1. I'm kind of inclined to not bring Miraidon. Like, I kind of want to do this. Okay, let me try it. Look, Miraidon is super important for denying Spore from Among Us and also have, like, some fast pressure. But I feel like he will lead Pagos, right? And this is why I want to have Shifu. Yeah. I'm actually not sure if he's going to Terra turn 1. Cause... Is he Terra Ring turn 1? Because when he removes Grassy Terrain and he loses Terra Shell. What stops me from doing this? I guess him clicking Drum Beating Terra Starstorm into my instant slot. But first, this is not very likely. Second, I think my Ursaluna eats that. Drum Beating will do no damage. Like, I have so much bulk on Ursa, and he's -1 attack, that I think I'm taking that. So... I could also U-turn and Moonguy's Beam Rilla, and if he, like, clicks Terra Meteor Beam, then I go Shifu and then I just spam CC, but when he has, like, Shadow Item in the back, it's, like, quite tricky. I didn't even know that there was, like, I didn't even know that there was a rule set that shows, like, the match timer. Also, it's somewhat annoying to not have the defense boost on Lunala and also have an item, which is kind of bad against, like, Instant, but hey. The more I think about it, the more nice that's with Terra and Pagos. I assume. It is, yeah. Okay, does he U-turn immediately with Rilla? Like, U-turning into Instant? I can see that. Yeah, Meteor Beam U-turn. Like, Meteor Beam Instant, U-turn Lunala. But, like, this is also kind of wild, cause if I just click, Fake Out Trick Room, oh, he did click Drum Beating, okay, but I eat that. Easily! 0 damage! Also, he dropped me to 150, right? I should calc if he's modest or not. 150 with Meteor Beam. So that did like 87. It could have been the highest roll with Timid. Because the thing is, modest, like, my Shifu is not faster than Pagos. Does Ursa Luna OKO Pagos? If it's no bulk, no. I mean, I can just facade this slot, and I will double that slot with Moonblast. Okay, because if this is Insane, getting rid of Insane is huge. It is Insane. Oh my lord. This is why I wanted to switch Lunala into Shifu. You saw that I considered it, right? Oh, this did nothing. I did consider it quite a bit. However, like, if I do that, then I cannot talk. I'm a little confused right now. So if I do that, I don't know what I wanted to say. Maybe I should shut up. My Shifu is probably slower than Pagos, which is slightly annoying. Do I want to click Earthquake White Guard? Because even if he clicks like Fake Out Earth Power, that's fine for me. Now I just have to stall my terrain, but like, not my terrain, my Trick Room. But Shifu is also kind of getting speed sandwiched by the Lunala. But yeah, I will go for... Maybe it's supposed to be Facade, Switch. Nah, I will go for Earthquake White Guard. It's Rillaboom. Oh, I should have Facade switched. Nah, it's Among Us. Okay, wait. This means no Shadow Rider. Which means that my... that everything in my team gets Sport as well. And it also means that my Shifu goes crazy if I can remove Among Us. Does Among Us die to Facade? I'm -1 attack, so probably not. But he would take so much damage that like my Urshifu kinda cleans, right? The question is just which slot do I wanna take the Spore on? It's gotta be Lunala. And like burn a Sleep Turn immediately. In case he protects Among Us or switches back into Instant, like I'm clicking Facade, Moonblast. I'm faster? Okay, his Among Us is Omega Turbo fast. He has like 60 speed EVs or more. What? Insane work. He has more than that. Wait. Yeah, no, he has at least 60 speed EVs. Wait, do I have 57? I mean, I checked my Ursa step before, but I already forgot. His Among Us is Omega Turbo fast. Okay, I do think that he should switch Among Us into Instant. Like, he loses nothing doing that. Switch Among Us into Instant and click... Switch Among Us into Instant and click Starstorm, right? So I kind of want to make an aggressive play. This makes no sense. If he, like, if I click fake out, it's just game. Wake up. That's instant. Lunala, wake up. Funnily enough, if Lunala just wakes up, I also win. In my opinion, that play makes no sense. Because if he loses Among Us, he just accepts that he has lost to Urshifu. Okay. My play is this for sure. Yeah, he goes to Insane. Or does he go to Rilla? Nah, Insane. Okay, perfect. Nah! He was already in range! Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Free turn sleep. I need a free turn sleep. I thought he was at like 40%. I wanted to get him in range of the next Moonguy's beam. Stay asleep, stay asleep, stay asleep. Okay. This right now is a very interesting turn, okay? Because I'm clicking Terapagos CC. I can give you that. And the thing is, his play is to switch Pagos into Among Us. And we all know that. Which is why I could CC this, Moongeist this, get a double knockout, and then I win. But what if he thinks my Urshifu is like turbo slow? Then he might just click fake out Starstorm. Yes! Okay, now I need him to be modest. If he is timid, he wins. If he's modest, I'm pretty sure that I win. Yes! Also, I was not supposed to Moonblast instant here. I just clicked in a moment. Like, I am always supposed to Moongeist Beam instant. Because Moongeist Beam KOs instant. If Among Us switches in, Among Us dies. And if Willa switches in, I do more damage. This Moonblast was troll. You always Moongeist Beam here. This Moonblast was bad. My bad. But I do think I win now. Right? I might lose to like Rilla. Like he could Rage Powder plus I don't know what. I always double Rilla, right? I CC Rilla, that's for sure. I just gotta think about which slot I wanna Moongeist Beam. But I think it's Rilla as well. Right? Because if I KO Rilla, Among Us is not winning anymore. I'm scared that if he clicks Rage Powder together with Rocky Helmet, I don't know if my... Because my Lunala is not +1 defense, my Lunala might actually lose. So I double Rilla. I think I might lose to Rilla. Yeah, Rage Powder. And I would be -2 defense. Maybe I survive. It's just drum beating. Ah, I needed the KO, I think. Or I need to survive with Shifu right now. But I don't know if that's enough. Like, can Lunala beat Rillaboom? I don't think I can. I mean, we will see. If Shifu dies here, I lose the game. Okay. Okay, I need to crit Moongeist Beam. I don't even know if... maybe I need 2 crits. Yeah, no. I need to survive 3 drum beating. Never. Because now he's faster. I needed to survive like 3 and get a crit. Did I make like a huge misplay somewhere? I should bring Miraidon. Lesson learned. Because Miraidon also has a good defensive profile into like Rilla and Instant. So, I mean, it's really cool that I'm able to showcase 3 games. It would also be cool to just win 2-0, yes. But I'm confident that I will get this game 3. And in the end, it's just a show match. It's not like my life depends on this outcome, right? But I believe in Boyd. Wait, his lead was Terapagos. Yeah, this was what I was afraid. Like, I could lead Whimsicott and click light screen. That's also not bad. He also doesn't have Sludge Bomb on Among Us, so Whimsicott generally walls quite some Pokemon. Also, like, it's a spoil immunity, I can click Anchor, but the question is, like, if I bring Whimsicott, what do I bench? Do I bench Instant and Shifu? Like, do I go with this? He could also lead Instant this time, like Instant Pagos. And I dislike that. I mean, I can click Light Screen, Volt Switch, or should I Draco Instant? And then next turn. Like, if he clicks me, I could also go with Whimsy back. Didn't mean to do that. I could also lead Miraidon Lunala, Ursa Whimsy back. But Instant is just so good into his team. I should not over complicate it. I think this gives me the most options. He could lead Shadow Rider again, and I do know that my Lunala is very threatened, but I have an idea. Okay. I see where this is going. Actually, look, Among Us dies to I cannot talk. Among Us dies to Draco Moongeist Beam, even in grassy terrain. Do I want to go for it? He, like... What if he clicks Protect Parting Shot? But he shouldn't. Also, like, he can also not really protect Among Us, because if he protects, switches to Rillaboom, and I vote switch off the instant slot, next turn I can switch into Miraidon, and, like, he would be in such a terrible shape. So maybe I ball and double the Among Us. I ball. Okay, he switches Among Us into Rilla and clicks Parting Shot, I think. No, wait, who's that? Ah, it's Pagos. Okay. I really hope he... Nah, this is... Okay. Fascinating. Oro Kroni. He's not clicking Protect here with Pagos. That would make no sense. Okay. Terra gone. It's not unlikely that he clicks Knockoff into my Miraidon slot, which is why I'm considering to switch into Instant instead. I get good damage on the Pagos. Maybe I should have vote switched for instant instead. Nah, I think that's okay. I think if he clicks knock off, it's completely fine because I threaten headlong rush Moongeist Beam into the instant slot. Oh, miss on Lunala. Huge. He tried to double my Lunala. But it would have not KO'd, to be fair. Unfortunately, like, that's a drawback of this bulky Ursa, like fat Ursa. Facade does not KO instant here. We saw that -1 Facade did like 60, so he would survive on like 10%. But is he risking Pagos here? Do I have to make a play? Okay, I can... Nah, I think my play is still this. Yes, I would have won if I facaded the Pagos, but... Now, this is fine. Am I overlooking something? Nah, it's not fine. I should have facaded Pagos. That's Among Us. Like, Among Us is in facade range now. Okay. I could also click White Guard EQ here. Does he die to facade? Terapagos. I'm -1 attack, so probably not. But he dies to facade Moonblast. He could spore my Lunala. Wait, my Ursaluna is faster than Among Us. I'm so dumb. I forgot. But that means he switches Among Us into instant. Or he clicks Rage Powder. Okay, I should have just facaded Among Us. KO? That's something at least. Into Lunala. Into instant. Yeah, Maldini. He probably knocks my Lunala. 2 turns of trick left. I was thinking about going Terra Fairy. I should have white guarded. I did not think he would go for this play. Okay, he earth powered. Okay. Which means this is a 50 now. If his last is Rillaboom. If his last is Shadow Rider, he wins. If his last is Shadow Rider, he has one. It's Rocketed Shadow Rider. He did not bring Willop. Wait, no, it's Willop. Wait. Okay, hold on. Does Terra Electric Electro Drift OKO Pagos? According to my calcs, it does. Which is why I'm not allowed to Terra Ursa here. Should I U-turn? He clicks Starstorm, and then I have Fake Out Electro Drift. I think I have to Flare Blitz, and then, like, if he Fake Outs my Ursa, I have to play a 50 and win with 50. No, I think I have to U-turn. No, I have to U-turn. And if he Earth Powers my instant, it's well played. Okay. If I click Flare Blitz here, I have a guaranteed win, because Flare Blitz puts him in range of Terra Electric Electro Drift, even if I'm intimidated. Why did he not click Glide at least? If he Earth Powers my instant, I lose. Just Starstorm, please. I needed to Flare Blitz. I will tell you why I clicked U-turn after, like, I see the Earth Power. Okay. Okay. Okay, Miraidon. We are just timid, we are not modest. Okay, why did I click U-turn? Like, I wanted to cover for the option that he clicks Grassy Glide into Ursa. Because if he clicks Grassy Glide into Ursa and I click Flare Blitz, I have pretty much guaranteed lost. Because then I need to click Terra Electric Electro Drift to KO Pagos, but he can get a drum beating off, and like my Miraidon would die because I go Terra Electric. If I Flare Blitz. And this is, like, if he clicks Grassy Glide, Starstorm. And this is why I wanted to go Miraidon. But now that I think about it, single target Starstorm probably would have KO'd my Miraidon after the U-turn. Now that I see this damage. So my play was always to Flare Blitz. But I feel like after the Flare Blitz, I lose. And now, I do believe in Miraidon. He will click Protect here. And then, it all comes down to this. How much bulk does his Pagos have? He has T-Wave, he has Icy Wind, so he could be bulkier. Yeah. I preserved Terra until the very end. There were some not very clean turns from both of us. But yeah, it all comes down to this. Like, my better play is to still click Fake Out just in case he does not click Protect. And now, Miraidon. Look, I made a tweet last week. Actually, was it? Yeah, it was last week. Where I said Miraidon is overrated. I did not mean you specifically. I meant your cousin. Like, your cousin is also called Miraidon, and he's overrated. He's bad. Like, the Choice Specs guy. You know? Like, your cousin called Choice Specs Miraidon, he's a fraud. But you are Chad live on Miraidon. And that's why you are going to showcase that you are indeed Chad Miraidon. Let's go, Miraidon! Riding to victory. GG's to Max. Crazy set. Interesting team you bought. You will probably see this, so yeah. Even though there were some mistakes, and I do know that, I think it was still an entertaining set. Or what do you think? Write it down in the comments below. And yeah, let's head to the outro. I am sweating. GG to Max. It was a very close, very tight set with, as I said before, some mistakes from both of us, I think. I wonder if Terapagos has any staying power in Regulation I 2.0. I don't believe in it, but players maybe can make it work. And yeah, I think the team I featured, however, will have a lot of staying power. I mean, this weekend we will have the Orlando Regional Championship. I will react to that on my Twitch channel live and also feature the best teams from that tournament as well. I hope you're looking forward to that, and let me know what you thought about the set today. Do you think my recreation is good, or what's like your take on it? Do you think Modest Miraidon is better, or should the Lunala be more physically defensive instead of specially defensive? Let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, as you can see here, this was the regional stream from Merida, I think, where Max Morales was able to win the entire event with. So far he had not have the opportunity to be featured on an official stream, but I also do know that he will be participating in Orlando as well. So maybe we can finally see someone who has won 4 regional level events live on stage, because he for sure deserves it. He's one of the best players the game has to offer. We just don't see enough because unfortunately the Latin American tournaments do not get featured as much as like European and North American tournaments. Nonetheless, I think Max will showcase his dominance, hopefully in Orlando this weekend, or maybe Worlds. I mean, he had a 9-3 finish at Worlds last season, still not featured on stream, but yeah. That being said, which team should I feature next week? Because I will probably record the next I played against video before the Orlando Regional, so I still have to take something from Worlds probably. And to be precise, like most Worlds teams are a little outdated, or they already have like open team sheets, like the pastes were already revealed from a lot of players. So maybe I can try to figure something out. Like we have some teams still available. Which restricted combinations do you want to see? And also, which player should I play against next? Like, my next opponent is the best Skull Violet player we had so far. So I hope you're looking forward to that. And I will see you next week, or in other videos, or in streams, or wherever. I hope I will see you there. Until then, and bye-bye.